Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may happen to be. My name is Erik Altman. I'm the general chair of the FastPath workshop, and I'm very glad you could all join us today. I think we've got a really terrific program, very strong speakers, diverse set of topics that I hope will interest you, teach you, raise additional questions, and so forth. This is actually the 8th edition of FastPath. We started in way back in 2012, and so this is the 8th version. And I think each year we just keep getting stronger in terms of the set of talks and speakers that we have. So I'm certainly very much looking forward to today. Since you're here, I suspect all of you have seen the workshop URL, but just in case, it's up in the upper left corner of the slide. tinyurl.com/FastPath2021. Please go there. There's lots of information there on the website, as I'm sure you've seen, in terms of schedules, speaker bios, detailed abstracts, and so forth. On the website, all of the times are in U.S. Eastern Daylight Time. I know in Europe, things have just switched to Daylight Savings Time or summertime last night. So I hope that does not cause any confusion with the times. But again, things will be recorded in case there are any slip-ups that way.
Hello.
Good morning. Hi, Amrita. Thank you for joining. We're just getting started here. Let's see. So as I mentioned, my name is Erik Altman. I'm with IBM Research. I'm the general chair. The program co-chairs are Parijat Dube and Yuhao Zhu. Parijat's also with IBM. Yuhao, professor at the University of Rochester. And we've had good work from our publicity chair, Yiming Gan, advertising, I think, on a wide variety of venues. So we thank him very much. And actually, I'll just pause here in case Parijat or Yuhao, if you want to make any comments as we get started here.
I would just like to say that welcome everyone. And as Erik said, that we are organizing this workshop since 2012, and it has been very successful, and we have been able to attract many good speakers from academia and industry. And so this is a unique conference or workshop at the confluence of both academic and industrial research. And yeah, so for the past 4 or 5 years, the focus is mostly on machine learning systems. So let's enjoy the talks, right? Thanks.
Yeah, I'd like to just thank everybody for coming and thank all the speakers. And I think the topics are very diverse. Some are on applications, some are on systems, and some are on hardware and architectures. And I'm very much looking forward to the workshop.
And also, in terms of program, well, here is the program committee that we had. Again, I think good geographic and other sort of diversity there, and so we always appreciate having a strong program committee. In terms of the sessions today, we've basically broken things down in 3. The first session, which will start momentarily, we've got Anna Klimovic, Christian Kesna, and Kautar El-Maghroui. And I loosely titled this Efficient Performant Machine Learning. I'll be chairing that session. Then after a break for lunch or dinner or breakfast, as may be appropriate wherever you are, we'll have the second session, which we loosely title Key ML Apps, Auto and Video. And again, we have Shivahari and Amrita Mazumdar speaking there, and I think some very interesting directions. And finally, the last talk of the day will have Martin Maas and Jung-Soo Park, and their theme is roughly where does ML fit in terms of Martin Maas, and recommender systems is obviously one place where they fit, and Jung-Soo will be taking a fairly deep dive in looking what Facebook has done there. But we'll certainly obviously get into much more detail about all of that as we progress. Here again is the slightly more detailed schedule. You can go to the website to get more details on all of these things, and I certainly encourage you to do that. as we go through the talks at the end, you can unmute as appropriate if you'd like to ask verbally. Also, you can go to the chat or Q&A in Zoom if you prefer, and we can read out questions, or the speakers can read them there. So, but of course, as always with these things, please stay on mute unless you're actually speaking, asking a question, etc. And so with that, I'd like to move into our first session, and our first speaker is Anna Klimovic from ETH Zurich, and the title of her talk is Ingesting and Processing Data Efficiently for Machine Learning. And this is a talk it nicely leads off the session, which is roughly sort of bottom up. So Anna is going to be talking about the importance of how the training data is pre-processed and stored, and how that has a major impact on performance, and I think has not really received the sort of attention that it should. So I'm really looking forward to her talk. And then the next couple of talks will broaden that out, with Christian talking about all the sort of ranges of concerns, from telemetry to privacy and other issues, and how if you're designing a machine learning system, you need to sort of be able to measure and trade off among all the varying objectives, some of which are not really even per se in ML. And then we'll have Kautar talking about how one can automate the design of a machine learning pipeline, which of course gets more and more important as the set of design space just explodes. So I think we have a very nice set of talks in this first session. Anna, as I said, is at ETH Zurich after getting her PhD at Stanford. She just joined a few months ago in August of 2020, and she's previously been a research scientist at Google Brain. So very distinguished start to her career, and very interesting directions that she's exploring now. And with that, I really appreciate Anna joining us and doing this kickoff talk. And with that, I'll turn it over to you, Anna.